Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Making Life Art, a YouTube channel all about learning how to fall deeply in love with your life. We're gonna do a lot of self-care today. That's why my hair is not done and I look kind of crazy. Today, we are focusing on getting out of a slump. I get into a slump more often than I'd like. If you're like, what do you mean by getting out of a slump? A slump meaning that I feel unmotivated or depressed or sad or anxious and just feel like I can't move forward with my life. That's what it means to like be in a slump. Let's get out of it together. It is 1:21, so it's pretty late in the day already. I dropped Brayden off at work. I was supposed to work today and I really have to stop doing this because, not that I was supposed to work, but I'm part-time, so I pick up shifts. I didn't pick up a shift today because I just wasn't feeling it, and money-wise, can't be doing that. But I'm working on trying to find a different job, so we'll see. I'll get into all of that later. And I just got right into this video and didn't even say hi, hello, if you don't know me. I'm Callie Rochelle and I am a lifestyle vlogger. I experience depression and anxiety on a fairly regular basis. Most of you probably don't know this unless you follow me on some of my other socials, but someone in my life just recently passed away, so I've been really going through it, hence why there haven't been very many videos lately. I'm gonna be getting back into the game, and I really feel like it helps to have this channel because then I can kind of feel more motivated to do things because I'm like, oh, I can film a video, and then I'll hopefully help myself get out of the feeling that I'm in because I have like the motivating factor of an audience that I can share with. I went to Starbucks and I got a vanilla oat milk latte. It's just so classic and so like comforting. When I'm sad, a vanilla oat milk latte is it. Oh my god, I just realized I don't have my other nose ring in because I had to take it out for work the other day. Okay, that's better. I got a bacon Gouda sandwich and a snowman cookie. And I've been on a Starbucks kick lately. It's really bad because when I'm on a Starbucks kick, I get Starbucks like very, very frequently, and then I'll like kind of stop and I won't get it for a while, and then I'll get it really frequently again. Not great, but also I kind of feel like you've got to do what you got to do sometimes, and I have a hard time cooking when I feel sad. So I just want you to know that if you are feeling anxious or depressed, or that is something that you struggle with, by the way, look at the snowman cookie, so cute. If you feel like that, then I want you to know that sometimes cooking is really hard. And sometimes washing your face is really hard. So finding different shortcuts can actually be really helpful. Like, I didn't have makeup wipes for a while because like I feel like washing my face is a lot better for me, but then I would sleep in my makeup because I didn't want to go wash my face and I felt really lazy about it. So then I got makeup wipes. I actually think that what I should do is have multiple packs of makeup wipes and keep them kind of sprinkled, not through the house, but like either by the couch and then having some by my bed too. Because usually I keep them in the bathroom, but then that way I can reach for them easily. Like if I'm in bed and I'm like, I'm not gonna go wipe my face, like I'm not gonna go wash my face, I can just take a makeup wipe and do this. And you know, even if I'm not doing my whole skincare routine, at least I'm not sleeping in my makeup. Or you know, brushing your teeth can be really hard when you're depressed. I know it like might sound gross to someone who doesn't struggle with depression, but I feel like if you don't struggle with depression, you probably aren't watching this video, so you probably get it. If it's hard to brush your teeth, you know, mouthwash is a good thing. I also saw this TikTok of someone saying that disposable toothbrushes are a thing that you can do too. Cutting out like the small steps so that you can still like manage your life can be very helpful. I am going to eat this food, and what we're gonna do today is we're going to really get feeling better and do a lot of self-care. What we're gonna do is we're gonna clean the house, and we are going to do some stuff for my career. I'm gonna be switching jobs soon. I will keep you updated. I don't want to share too much. I feel like I overshare a lot and it's just not necessary until I like am at a place where I really have things to share, because this is just the beginning of a new journey for me, and I will, you know, talk about it more later on. But basically I'm gonna be getting a new job. I talk about it more on my podcast. So if you want more details, I do spill a lot more on there. So I have that linked down below if you want to check that out. What am I doing right now? I was going to take a picture of the cookie because it's so freaking cute. So I'm going to go do that. I added avocado and I'm also going to add some sriracha. I've been cleaning. I want to take a bath, so I have been cleaning the bathtub because it was nasty. This vlog is giving me a reason to like clean things because then I'm like, okay, I'll clean it if it's gonna be on film. I want to be authentic, so just so you know, the house is definitely messy. I mean, look at the laundry behind me. So it's definitely messy, but I'm trying to use this vlog as like a motivation to clean. So to be like, oh, if I'm gonna film the bathtub, I'm gonna clean the bathtub also because, you know, that'll be way nicer for me. And I'm just like icing my face because I feel like cold ice on the face in the morning is so good for your body and your skin. And I'm washing my face too. Usually I like to dunk it in cold water, but sometimes like all the things I like to do just take a little bit too long. Like I had a late start today because I just like was not feeling it. So it's not the morning anymore, but I'm still like doing my morning routine. Obviously, like I don't take a bath every morning, but we're gonna take a little Epsom salt bath. Be nice and relaxing. I have like the most wicked zit right there. And it's my fault too, because I've been like messing with it because it was tiny, and then I decided that like I wanted to pop it. So don't do that. I'm gonna get the bath running, and then we're gonna do like a face mask, do some self tanner, maybe take a walk. I don't know. We're just gonna like have a really good day. Really focus on feeling good and loving myself and loving my body and self-care. We are going to do the first face mask. This one is the Fenty Skin Cookies and Clean. It's an exfoliating mask and I love it. I don't know if it really like makes a huge difference, but I mean it feels nice, and I don't know. I feel like I'm not obsessed with it, but it does the job, if that makes sense. Really just want to take better care of my skin. When I get sad and stressed, you know, different things like that can make you break out more, and then it makes you more sad and stressed. So I'm trying to prevent that if at all possible. Now this just has to sit for 15 minutes, so I'll just let it sit while I get the bath ready. Don't really know what to wear today. I live in Florida and it is November, so it's kind of like, it's warm, but like it's cooling off more than usual, so I feel like I could get away with a sweater today maybe. Here's the Queen. So beautiful. Hi Hicks. You looking out the window? I need to like get new sheets. Like I don't know if it's possible to have sheets that don't have hair show up like this, but that would be nice because of this girl right here. Huh. So I washed the face mask off and the bath is almost done, so I have to be careful that it doesn't overflow while I'm doing this, but I wanted to do some fake freckles before I do more skincare. I like to do it with eyebrow dye, and then I can have them for a few days because it'll last for a while. It'll tint them, and I'm also going to tint my brows, but I'll probably do that after the bath. I need a mirror. What am I doing? This mirror has a light on it, so it'll be pretty easy to do this. I just use a bobby pin and I give myself fake freckles. I should be doing this in the bathroom so I can watch the tub, so I might move over there. The only reason I'm in here is because the lighting in the bathroom is just, it bugs me so much. I may have overfilled it just a bit. I don't think you can tell super well, but I have done the fake freckles and the eyebrows are on right now, so I'm just waiting for them to process. So I've never tinted my eyebrows this way before, but what I did was I just like basically put the tint right here, and then I used a spoolie to brush it up into the shape that I wanted, when usually I just kind of paint the whole thing and then I use Q-tips to clean it up, and I feel like it worked really well. And you can see the freckles a little bit better in this lighting. I might just keep this on all day, even if I do put on makeup, and just so I don't get any makeup on it or anything on it. I'm gonna do a little meditation while I'm in this little Epsom salt bath. My face is so red because that bath was so hot. I don't know if you can tell, but majorly was overheating a little bit during my meditation. But it was a great meditation and it was a great bath, and I feel really like rejuvenated. Taking it very slow today. It is literally 4:07 and I haven't really done anything. But I'm trying to give myself grace and just be like, you know what? Self-care is the priority today. That's what we're focusing on. And everything else is gonna fall into place. I really want to give myself some self-love and remind myself that I am planning my next career steps, and that means that I'm gonna be working really hard, and I'm not gonna have this slow way of life forever, and this is my chance and my opportunity to grieve and mourn one of my family members. And so I'm trying to see it that way. I'm trying to give myself as much grace as I can. I'm trying to not like pressure myself into answering messages, because people message me all the time right now and they're like, are you okay? You doing well? And while I appreciate it, it's a little bit overwhelming. So anyway, that's what's happening. Also, if you're wondering what that balloon is, that's from Braden's birthday, which was on August 28th. It is now almost Thanksgiving and I cannot believe it's still up. Like, we were just seeing how long it would stay up for. Anyway, I know it's like late enough that like I really don't need to get ready for the day, but I want to. I just want to like practice some makeup. I really want to just like have a more like detoxed mindset when I get a new job and make my next career move. So I really want to have like my makeup nailed down and just like kind of have a vision for like the brand I want to build. So that's kind of why I want to just like do my makeup today and feel motivated. I feel like when I do my makeup, I feel a little bit more motivated. So even though it's like the end of the day, I, you know, will hopefully be more motivated to clean and get stuff done and make some career moves. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I think my outfit's really cute though. You can't really see it that well. I like did like a little tank top hack with the top, so I don't know if it looks that good. I like it, but it might look weird, who knows. But oh well, it doesn't really matter since I'm gonna be here anyway. I was gonna take a walk and I still think that would be nice to do, but I also feel like it's just gonna be annoying. I don't know if you've ever used these Tony Moly masks, but they're really awesome, and this one is the elasticity one. And I know it's weird, but I'm just gonna put this right on top of the sticker, and if the sticker falls off or like melts or whatever, then it is what it is. Whenever I do one of these masks, I will like use the serum that's like on my fingers, because there's like extra always, and rub it into my neck. 30 minutes, I think. Yeah, 20 to 30. I'm gonna roll it into my skin with my jade roller. So nice on the skin when it's cold. And I also keep all of my face masks and eye masks in the fridge too. So I turned in a resume today. I applied for a job, so that's cool. Very, very proud of myself. I was like putting it off. I wanted to like get ready first, but I was like, you know what? I'll do the space mask, I'll apply for the job. It's gonna be a good time. We're just gonna keep this little guy on and do my makeup. Like I said, I know it's silly that I'm doing it right now. Just another thing to help you get out of a slump, I think, is doing your makeup. Like for me, that helps, and everybody's different. I'm pulling up a picture on my phone because I love to like look for inspiration on Pinterest for like my makeup and stuff. Doing skincare and makeup, just like resetting and really like prioritizing your body, and like you're like, I feel like as above so below. So like what I mean by that is if you take care of your body, then your mind will improve and your soul will improve, you know, like your spirit will be lifted. If you work on your mind, then it affects the body and the spirit as well. Like I feel like they're like a trifecta. The body, the spirit, and the mind, they're all connected. And so when you help one, you help all three. But also you can't neglect any of them. You can't just work on one thing and think that it's going to make everything perfect. Like you have to work on mind, body, and spirit. You can't like just work on body, you know what I mean? But I feel like doing my makeup and getting creative, I think that's why I like it too, is because I love to like get creative, and that's why I like to like look up different photos of different makeup looks, because I think it's really fun and it helps me honestly with my depression a little bit, because then I just feel like I'm doing art. Now it kind of makes more sense why I want to kind of make this career shift, because creating is really good for me, and I need to be creating. I think it's really necessary on a day-to-day for me to be creative and driven in my life. But again, I'm not going to share much about the career, also because I just feel like I talk about it so much on the podcast, and if you are really interested, just go listen to that, because I really do talk about it more on there. I know it kind of sounds like I'm like hiding something. I'm really not. I just like don't really want that to be the focus of this video, and maybe I'll make it more of a focus in other videos, but I just kind of want to wait to do a video about like my changes with career until I'm like already like kind of settled in a career. Like I said, listen to the podcast if you want like more specific updates. I'm gonna do my makeup and have a little bit of fun with that while I listen to a podcast. I've been listening to the Skinny Dipping podcast. I don't know if you've heard of that one, but it is so good. I love it so much. Highly recommend. My cat podcast will also be linked below, so I'll link hers and mine. Okay, I definitely didn't need to go this hard with the makeup, but it is a slay, not gonna lie. Like this lighting isn't even the greatest either. I don't even know where lighting would be good, because my mirror died with the really good lighting. But let me plug it in and show you the makeup, because I'm pretty proud of it. Okay, now you can see the makeup a little bit better. My bangs are crazy, and I'm trying to like figure out how to style them curly, because I don't know if I can, but I think I can if I figure it out. But anyway, they look crazy, but makeup looks pretty good. Let me show you in like different lightings. Sorry, this is chaotic. Warmer lighting. It's like the setting I usually like. It's like cool but not too cool. I really want to, like I said, have like a brand for myself, and so I've been playing with like different makeup looks I like, and I cut my bangs, and we're just kind of, you know, seeing what this new version of myself and this next, you know, chapter of my life is gonna be like. I think I'm gonna clean now. I feel like I haven't been very productive today, but that's okay, because my priority today was self-care, and I did that, and I'm really proud of myself because I love myself, and self-care is important. So I'm glad that I've done that for myself. I'll kind of show you how the hair like dries, because all I did was like, I styled it curly yesterday, and I didn't really love the way it styled. It was like okay, but I didn't love it. So I kind of am like refreshing it. I just like wet it down with the products that were already, there were products already in it, so I just kind of wet it down, and I just am gonna see how it lays when it's all dry. I'm just gonna listen to my podcasts and I might listen to like some career focused ones too, and I will check back with you later. But this getting out of a slump thing is going pretty well because I feel like I'm giving myself grace and I'm not pushing myself too hard. I haven't said like, oh, I need to clean everything, but I'm still like reminding myself that like things will feel better if I do start to clean things a little bit more. And I'm just kind of like scrunching my hair as we talk because I think it'll help it like hair dry with more volume. I never went on a walk. I never like really left, but that is something I usually do when I'm trying to get out of a slump, is I will leave the house and I will go to like a cafe, or I will go do something with friends. Like changing your environment can be really helpful, but today I just really wanted to take time to myself. I've been very like wanting to spend time alone since, you know, family member passed away. I'm not saying who, like I talk about it more on the podcast just because I don't want to like get emotional and I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to think about it right now. It's not like I feel like it seems like I'm trying to like hide stuff when I'm talking about this, and I'm not. But yeah, I just have been wanting to not be around anyone, and I don't want to isolate myself because I know that that can be really bad, and I definitely don't want to do that, and I would encourage you not to do that. But I also want to spend time with myself and get to know myself and understand that I need space while I'm healing with this, and that that's okay, and that there will be a time for me to like hang out with my friends again and, you know, like get back to normal. And I am getting back to normal slowly, but I don't want to push myself too hard. So let that be a sign to you or a message to you if you need to hear that, not to push yourself too hard. And just know that it's okay. One thing I think that is important to recognize when you're dealing with a depressive episode or anxiety or just like a hard time in your life, you're dealing with a trauma, you're healing in any type of way, it can be difficult to have a grasp on reality. It can be difficult to enjoy your life. It can be difficult to want to live your life. And some people, trigger warning, some people do get suicidal thoughts. And what I try to do is help myself not get to that point. And I feel like I've rarely ever been at that point. I've never really been close to that point. I definitely have had those thoughts, but I've never been close to that point because I have so many mechanisms in place to help me not get to that point, because I care about my mental health so much, and I never want to let myself forget that I want to live my life and that there is so many beautiful things about my life. And so that's why I made this channel, to help, you know, you and me romanticize our lives and remember that like it's worth it, you know, like it's worth being on this planet, because even though it sucks sometimes, it's also a really beautiful life, you know. But that being said, sometimes you need a little help in order to feel happy in your life, or just to not feel depressed. Antidepressants are things some people do, but for me, I've had really bad reactions to antidepressants. And so I will replace it with other things, taking a walk or deep breathing or meditation. But sometimes that's not enough. And there are some bad habits that I have that bring me dopamine too, like watching a ton of TV or sleeping too much. And I want to tell you that if you have a vice or a bad habit that you're struggling with and you feel guilty about it, honestly, like, yeah, like bad habits aren't great. And it's not great to, you know, stay in a bad habit forever. But if this habit or this coping mechanism that you're using is helping you stay alive, then it's okay. You know what I mean? Like if something is helping you enjoy your life and actually be better at living it, and it's a bad habit, obviously you don't want to do that forever, but we've all got vices. And so I just wanted to say that first and foremost, because I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that feel guilty. I mean, me included. I feel guilty when I have a vice that I'm depending on or using it as a crutch, but there are different times in our lives for different reasons, and I am not always going to be leaning on all of these coping mechanisms. These are to help me get through what I'm going through right now in my life, and to help me with like my depression. And I have to recognize like, okay, are these habits that I want to include in my life forever? And ask myself that, like, yes or no. If it's yes, then okay, like how can I incorporate this habit in a healthy way? If it's something that I don't want to have in my life forever, then, you know, how can I like phase that out? But nothing is black and white. I mean, there are some things that you shouldn't do ever, you know, I guess in general, but like for the most part, you shouldn't ever like cut out anything completely. Like take dieting, for example. I personally don't think dieting is healthy because then you're cutting something out completely. Like, I think that life is meant to be about balance. So if you're cutting out, you know, for me, like, I don't think I'll ever cut out alcohol completely unless like I was at a point where I like was using it in a really unhealthy way and I needed to like take a step back from it. But I don't think I would ever do that because I just really believe in like balance, and like I think that there needs to be a middle between two extremes. But I also think that, you know, it's different for everyone. Like, there are people who are alcoholics who just need to stay away from alcohol altogether, and that they just can't handle being around it to any extent. But I think as a general rule, nothing is black and white. And, you know, for me, if I stay away from something completely, I'm gonna want it even more. And so for like dairy, for instance, like I really don't do well when I eat dairy, but I still have ice cream every now and again because it makes me happy and it helps me feel like I have some control over my life, because I don't want to feel like I can never have this one thing. I don't know, it's just something that I've been thinking about lately, because I feel like this whole month I've been so hard on myself and been like, you need to be working more, you need to be getting back to normal. Like, death happens, you have to keep continuing your life, you have to keep going, you have to get out of these depressive episodes, because I'm having so many of them. Obviously I'm not filming all the depressive episodes I've been having, but I definitely am still having them, you know, even though they're not on camera all the time. If there's someone else out there who has a vice or a bad habit and feels guilty about it, you know, whether it's binge eating or getting drunk and partying too much, like whatever it is, I just want you to know that like I see you and I hear you, and I am really, really happy that you're here on this planet, and I promise you that it's worth living and that your life has such beautiful things about it. And if you hate everything about your life, then you have the power to change it. And I know that there are some factors within that. There's some factors like money, there's factors like, you know, career, job experience. Like, I understand that, but to some degree you do have control and choices. I moved to Florida from Utah and I saved up 10 grand to be here, and I'm still in credit card debt, like a lot of credit card debt. And honestly, I wouldn't change a thing, because like that was the choice I made to be here, and I think I'm supposed to be here. And money is something that to me is not the most important thing in the world, and I definitely don't want to be in credit card debt forever, and I definitely want to pay that off. But my point here is that you do have choices, and for me, I had a choice when I moved here. I was unemployed for 3 months, and I could have chosen to work earlier, but I didn't feel like it was right to work yet, and I was looking for something very specific. Because of that, I went into credit card debt, and that sucks. But it also is just kind of part of my journey, I feel like. And I'm not telling you to go into credit card debt. Please don't do that, and don't take this message as that. What I'm telling you is not to worry so much about the small things in life, because to me what really matters is love. What really matters is connection and justice, and I have these core values, and those are my priorities. My priority is never going to be my job. Like, that will be something that is important to me and that I'm passionate about and that I'm going to work really hard at, but it's never going to be like my number one priority. It used to be. That used to be my number one priority all the time, was my job. My job is everything to me. That is the main thing that I'm doing. That is everything. And this is what I need to focus on right now. That was my mindset before. It was like, this job is what I need to focus on right now. And so that means that everything else gets put on the back burner. I'll have time for love and family and all those things later. Like, I can do all of that later. I don't need it right now. And that was thinking that I disagree with now. I think that, you know, your priorities should always be what comes first to you. And there are some people who their job is their full priority and their full everything to them. And that is fine if that is something that you want for your life. For me, my job is never going to be something that is going to be the top of my list always. It will be high on my list. Like, it'll be a priority compared to some things, but I will always prioritize my own joy and the connection that I have with others over monetary income or success or fame. I guess I just wanted to remind you of that like there are more important things than your career. There are more important things than your money. That you're not failing if you're not making a ton of money, and you're not failing if you're not having a lot of success in your career. We're all on different journeys, and everyone's timeline is their own timeline, and that's okay. And I just think that we all need the reminder sometimes, so this is my reminder to you right now. And my nail just broke, so I've been silently fuming about that. I need to redo them today anyway, so it's fine. We're just doing a full self-care day. But I hope that that spoke to someone or meant something to someone. I don't know. Sometimes I think I say things that are valuable, and then other times I'm like, I don't know if anyone's listening to this or if it means anything to anyone. Just thought I'd throw it out there in case it's something that someone else needs to hear. To bounce off of the whole idea of taking care of yourself and loving yourself and not being so hard on yourself, I'm gonna take a little snack break. And I'm gonna eat my snowman cookie that I got earlier that I still have not eaten yet, and have some jalapeno chips and scroll TikTok for like 5 to 10 minutes. Mental health is hard, and you really do just have to listen to your body, I think personally. And I think you're not gonna do something well if you're not in the right headspace to do it. I'm not gonna do cleaning well if I'm not in the right headspace to do it. I'm not gonna be turning in my resume or like writing an email well if I'm not in the right headspace to do it. So I'm really grateful that I was able to get to a place where I felt like I was in a good enough headspace to send in my resume. But that being said, that's all I did today, and that's okay. I just want you to feel seen and heard if you're going through something similar. Even if all you did today was get 8 hours of sleep. Go you! You got 8 hours of sleep if you ate 3 meals today. I am so proud of you. That's huge. And if you, maybe you did nothing. Like maybe all you did was brush your teeth. That's wonderful. And my friend Kylie, she told me something that was so sweet. She said, I was telling her, you know, about my feelings of feeling like I'm not enough and imposter syndrome and just feeling not good. And she was like, I would be proud of you if all you did today was get out of bed and get yourself a glass of water. And it just meant the world to me, because like we put so much pressure on ourselves to be perfect and to be productive. Like there's so much unproductiveness. Like even think about YouTube. Think about like what you're searching on YouTube. I don't know what you're searching, but like most people are searching productive vlog, motivation, productive. And that's okay. Like I film those too. Like it's good to be productive to some extent, but what I'm talking about is the culture of America to just work and be productive even when you're not working. And for so many companies and jobs, they expect their employees to work like even when they go home, which is crazy, like when they're not on the clock. And that is, I think, starting to change a little bit, especially with like unions and stuff, but that is a thing. And it's just insane that that is our culture here of just like work till you die. So it's okay to rest, and it's okay to not be super productive all the time, because you are a human being, not a human doing. Okay, so I have to try this cookie with you guys. I've already had it before, but you know, let's try it together. Christmas cookie. Hello, sometimes I sit on the floor for no reason. It actually helps me feel a little bit more grounded, so sometimes I'll just sit on the floor and it just makes me feel centered. That was me getting out of a slump. I don't know if I'm fully out of it, but those are my tips for like switching your mindset and having a more positive like outlook with like being in a slump and having a different perspective on productivity mostly, because the whole idea is not to feel guilty for not being productive all the time. And like I took a bath. Sorry, my hair is like bugging me so much. I can't stop touching it. Anyway, I took a bath and I, you know, did some skincare, some self-care, really took care of myself today, and I did get some things done still. And I also just cleaned a little bit. It's not really, I didn't clean that much. Like I did my best with the time that I had. I feel like it's just, we let it get so bad, and I don't even feel like we really let it get so bad, but it just gets bad so fast. Like I just don't understand how people keep their houses clean. I genuinely don't get it, but we're trying. And so I did do a little bit of cleaning, and I'm about to go pick Brayden up, and we'll probably just have dinner and go to bed. I hopefully will do a little bit more cleaning, but I also have to do a new set of nails. As you saw, my nail popped off, so we gotta fix that. I hope this video helped you in some way. I know I didn't like delve too deep into it, and it wasn't a super long video, but I tend to make my videos too long, I feel like, so I really wanted to be careful to not make it too long. And I hope it was interesting and that you found it helpful, because I have been in a slump so much lately, and ideally it would have been nice to get out of the house, but I just didn't make it out of the house, and that was kind of the goal, was to be able to get out of the house at some point and change my mindset in a lot of other ways. But this is just what I felt like I could do today. And I did do my whole morning routine. I journaled, which you saw, and I meditated. I did a lot to put myself in a good spot mentally, and I feel like I did everything I could, you know what I mean? So sometimes you do your best, and your best is enough. Realistically, with what I've got going on, I just don't think I could do more than twice a month. It'd be nice if I could, but I feel like twice a month is even pushing it for me, with being a college student, just switching my career, like so many things. So I will do what I can and post when I can, but please follow me on my other socials and my podcast, because I'm way more active on those, and I would love to connect with you that way. And thanks for being here. This was fun. If you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe so that we can hang out more. And please give it a like and share it with a friend if you think someone else would like it too. And I'll see you next time. Ah, my hair's stuck on my ring. I meant to do this. Here we go. All the love.